Happy Veterans Day, and thank you for your service to this great country. Let's get into the forecast. Much warmer to the south today as a warm front's going to stall right around Bangor. Windy tomorrow with power outages. Wind is going to be gusting 35 to 40 plus miles an hour, and a few precip opportunities the next 10 days. Not a lot, but we'll take every drop. We certainly need it. The upcoming weekend is mild for November, mostly dry. Precip's going to be light at best and mostly in the mountains. I don't even have it in here graphically. Nothing extreme in the forecast. We'll get into a blocking pattern. That's going to mean not a lot of movement in the jet stream, the weather highway. I do have one typo here for Augusta, not 45 there. It's going to be 60s all the way up to Bangor, down to Kittery, up to almost Bar Harbor gets in the 60s today. Sun and clouds mixed, breezy. Now, tomorrow we get a lot windier than today. I'll talk about that. The warm front stalls to the north today, southwest wind, and then we're going to be in the warm sector. So before that cold front gets here, we're staying quite warm and quite mild for November. Clouds north and west, sun south and east, a bit breezy, but not technically windy. We'll get into that in the forecast here. Wind southwest 10 to 20. Tomorrow it's going to be much higher. That's why it'll be windy tomorrow. Inland and the coast, 60s. Down east, a little bit cooler than the southern coast today, but generally at sunset now at 4:15 in the afternoon, so it's getting dark pretty soon. Down east, mid-coast, southern coast, you have the small craft up. Tomorrow it's going to be a gale warning once that wind goes northwest and northerly, so keep that in mind. The wind picks up even more tomorrow for the mariners. Southwest wind up to 20 miles an hour today. That's going to switch to northwest tomorrow. That's where the power outage threat goes up, with gusts to 35 plus. Look at here on the map. You see those brighter colors, the yellows popping up, and it's really going to be very gusty during the day. Start all the way up to down east, so be prepared for that. Warm sector today means 60s. Then we have two cold fronts coming soon, tonight and tomorrow. High pressure building in for midweek. After that gets out of here and that high moves east, a storm comes in from the east, from the Maritimes, and that'll be a rain and mountain snow opportunity. Not overly heavy. It's certainly not going to be a significant snowstorm, but we'll take any precip we can get on the ground. The weather highway getting a big traffic jam. See those bright reds to the north of us? That's going to be a blocking pattern. But we will get to a zonal flow later in the month. The blocking pattern keeps things very stagnant. The zonal flow will push storms through later into the month. But right now, very blocky and not looking good for us getting a lot in the way of precip coming our way. Now, we have got a couple cold fronts, one tonight, one tomorrow on your mountains forecast. Then we cool off and warm up as we get to the weekend. Inland, we're going from 63 for a high today on Veterans Day to 43 Wednesday. So a much colder Wednesday, much more seasonable. Then we warm up for the weekend to the mid-50s with that blocking pattern I talked about. For the coast, mid-60s today, humidity going up, and then the humidity drops tomorrow. Fire danger goes up as the humidity goes down, the wind picks up, and we're going to be in the 20s for a couple of nights here. So, yes, getting a lot chillier in the forecast, feeling more like November. Thank you once again for the veterans. Happy Veterans Day, and have a great rest of your day.